Hello students, today I am going to discuss class 10th mathematics. This is the 8th chapter, reminders and factors theorem. In this chapter we will discuss about the zeros of the or roots of the equations or expressions, and we discussed about the reminders theorem and factors theorem, and we solved some problems based on these two theorems. Okay, so let's start the session 1. In the previous classes you already learned about the polynomials. So generally the algebraic expressions are called as a polynomials. Generally the algebraic expressions are called as a polynomials, and that polynomials is represented by p of x or g of x or f of x. Here p of x, g of x or f of x are the functions. F of x is function. Okay, in that for the particular variable x. Okay, so the algebraic expressions are called as polynomials. Generally that polynomials can be represented in the form of p of x or g of x or f of x or q of x, whatever it may be. Okay, so here x is the variable which is consisting in that expression or equations. Okay, for example, if I am taking p of x is equal to 2x square plus 5x plus 3, here we are taking one variable, that is x. So p of x is equal to 2x square plus 5x plus 3. The whole value of the expression is depends on the value of x only. As we are changing the x value, we are getting different values of the expressions, right? So polynomials, generally the algebraic expressions are called as a polynomials, and these polynomials, how you can identify the polynomials? There will be two conditions we cannot consider it as a polynomials. First one, if the variable comes under in the square root or in the cube root or in the fourth root, it means if it comes under in the roots, then it will not be considered as a polynomials. These are not a polynomials, First one. Okay, for example, square root of 2x, root of 5x, root of a, root of y. So these type of algebraic terms we are not considering it as a polynomials. 2x square plus root of 2x plus 5, whether it is polynomial or not, this one is a polynomial. What about this example? So this is not a polynomial because the variables comes under in the root. So these type of the examples or these type of the algebraic equations we are not considering it as a polynomials. This is the first condition. So one more condition is, if the variables comes in the place of, denominators, then also we are not considering it as a polynomials. For example, 1 by x, 25 by a, 21 by xy. Here three examples are there. In all these three examples, variables x, a, xy, these all are variables, no? All these variables are in the place of denominator. So these type of algebraic expression we are not considering it as a polynomials. For example, 2x plus 5 divided by x 2. So this is not a polynomial, Okay, next one, 3x square plus 6x plus 7, which is equal to 0. This one is also not a polynomial because here x is in the place of denominator. So with the help of these two conditions, we can easily identify whether the given algebraic expression is polynomial or not. First condition is the variables did not be comes under the variable should not be comes under the square root or cube root or fourth root or fifth root. Next one, the variables should not be come in the place of denominators in the fractions. So these two are the conditions to identify the given expression whether it is polynomial or not. Okay. Next one, zeros are roots of the polynomials. Zeros are roots of the polynomials. Well, already now the polynomials are the expressions were denoting by the symbol or were representing by the symbol p of x or g of x or f of x, right? So roots are zeros of polynomials. Roots are zeros of the polynomials. Here I am taking p of x as a one polynomial, 2x square plus 5x plus 2. If I am taking x as equal to 2, by substituting the value of x in the expression, I will get the resultant of this expression. So just substitute the x value. X is equal to 2 means p of 2. P of 2 is equal to 2 into 2 square plus 5 into 2 plus 2. So 2 square is 4, 4 2s are 8, again 5 2s are 10 plus 2, which is equal to 20. When I am substituting p of 2 in the instead of x, I am taking here 2. When I am substituting 2 in the given expression, I will get the final result as 20. So 20 is called as a 0 or root of the polynomials. What we are getting now, the final resultant values are called as values of the polynomials, or zeros of the polynomials, or roots of the polynomials. Okay. So the next one example, these values, the values of the polynomials is depends on the x only. For example, consider the same equation for x is equal to, if I am taking x as a 1 means, then what I will get the result, f p of x is equal to, consider the same expression, 2x square plus 5x plus 2. Now what I am taking here, x is equal to 1, so 2 into 1 square plus 5 into 1 plus 2. 1 square is 1, 1 plus 2 is 2, 5 ones are 5 plus 2. So final result is 9, right? So expression is same, but I am considering the x values are different. For first question I am taking x value as a 2, for second question I am taking it as a x value as a 1. So as we are changing the x value in the given polynomial or in the given function, the corresponding result or the value of the polynomial will be continuously changes. So the entire value of the expression depends on the variable. Okay, if I am taking x as a means, by substituting a in the given expression, I will get different answer. Okay, so all the expressions or all the polynomials results, final results is based on the value of the variables. Okay, next one, let us see some problems. Find the value of the polynomial. Find the value of the polynomials. This is the simplest chapter. I think this is the very simple chapter. Just you need to understand the concept. By substituting the x value in the given expression, you will get the final result. In some conditions, we need to consider it as equations. By simplifying that equations, we will get it as a and b values. Okay. So see the next question. F of x is equal to, f of x is equal to 2x square plus 3x plus 4, where x is equal to 2. Second one, p of x is equal to 2x cube plus 4x square plus 8x minus 4, where x is equal to 3. Okay, listen here. So x value is already given, x is equal to 2. So f of 2, the value of the whole expression is depends on the value of the variable. So value of the variable is already given, that is x is equal to 2. So by substituting that x is equal to 2 in the expression, we will simplify the expression. 2 into 2 square plus 3 into 2 plus 4. 2 square is 4, 4 2s are 8, 3 2s are 6 plus 4. So final answer becomes 18. 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 8 is 18. So next one, the expression is already given and x value also given. The variable value is 3. So p of 3 is equal to, p of 3 is equal to 2 into 3 cube plus 4 into 3 square plus 8 into 3 minus 4. 3 cube is multiply 3 times, 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, 27 plus 27 into 2 is 54. Now 3 square is 9, 9 4s are 36 plus 8 3s are 24 minus 4. So 54 plus 36, 54 plus 36 is 54 plus 36 is 60, 90, 90 plus 24 is 114, 114 minus 4, which is equal to 110. So with the help of these two examples, you will conclude that the value of the whole expression is depends on the value of the variable. Okay, here I am taking x value as 2, so I will get 18 as the answer. In the next expression, in second different expression, I am taking x value as 3, then also I will get the different answer. So with the help of these two expressions, we conclude that each and every expression, the value of each and every expression is depends on the value of the variable. Okay, next one, see the next example. Find the remainder by obtained on dividing p of x is equal to 2x square plus 3x by x plus 1. Find the remainder obtained on dividing p of x which is equal to 2x square plus 3x plus 1 by dividing x plus 1. Okay, so just divide the whole expression by x plus 1. X plus 1 divides the given expression 2x square plus 3x plus 1. Listen here, while you are dividing the algebraic expression with the help of another equation, must and should you need to cancel the first term. We are concentrating the first term. We need to eliminate the coefficient of the first term, or we are completely cancelling the first term by multiplying the suitable variable as well as suitable number. So here x is there. Now what you multiplied to cancel the first term? X is already there. So 2 is the coefficient of x square. We need to multiply here 2. If I multiply only 2 means 2 into x is 2x. So first term we cannot get cancelled. Now take one more variable as x. 2x into x, 2x square plus 2x into 1, 2x. Now sign convention, if plus is there means we will take it as a minus. Again here plus is there, no sign is there means it indicates that it is the positive value. So we are interconversion of the signs, we are converting the signs here. Positive becomes negative, negative becomes positive. Okay, so plus 2x square and minus 2x square get cancelled, remaining 3x minus 2x is x plus 1. Now what is that first term? X. We need to eliminate this first term. If I am eliminating this term means what I need to multiply here? 1, because x is already there. So 1 into x is x plus 1 into 1 is 1. Again sign convention, minus minus. So plus x and minus x get cancelled. Similarly plus 1 and minus 1 get cancelled, remaining 0. So this is the remainder. This is the remainder and this one is the divisor. And this is quotient. Okay, and this one is the dividend. Dividend, divisor, quotient and remainder. Okay, so by substituting or by dividing x plus 1 to the whole expression 2x square plus 3x plus 1, we get the remainder as 0. What we have here? The given polynomial is p of x is equal to 2x square plus 3x plus 1. We are dividing the whole expression with the help of x plus 1. So consider that x plus 1 is equal to 0. X plus 1 is equal to 0. Then x is equal to plus 1 becomes minus 1. When I am taking this numerical value from LHS side to RHS side, the sign will get converts as a positive to negative, negative to positive. So x plus 1 is equal to 0, then x is equal to minus 1. Substitute the minus 1 in the same equation. P of minus 1 is equal to 2 into minus 1 square. Put the value of x in the given expression, 2 write as it is. In the place of x, minus 1 square plus 3 into minus 1 plus 1. So minus 1 square is 1. 1 into 2 is 2 plus, sorry, plus into minus is minus 3 as it is, or 3 ones are 3 plus 1. 2 plus 1 is 3 minus 3, which is equal to 0. So these are the two methods to find the remainder of the given expressions. First one is by using division method, and second one is by using the standard method of by substitution of the given factor in the given expression. So these are the two methods to identify or to calculate the remainders of the given expressions. Okay, let's take one more example. Second one, find the remainder f of x, which is equal to x cube plus x square plus 2x plus 1 and x minus 1 by x minus 1 dividing by x minus 1. So x minus 1 is equal to 0 means then x is equal to plus 1. Just substitute that plus 1 in the given expression. F of 1 is equal to 1 cube plus 1 square plus 2 into 1 plus 1. 1 cube is 1, 1 square is 1, 2 into 1 is 2 plus 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. If I am dividing the whole expression by x minus 1, then also I will get the same remainder as 5. Okay, so these two are the two examples. With the help of these two examples, we conclude that the remainder of the given expression. The remainder of the given expression we are obtaining by the substitution of the value of the variable in the given expression, or by dividing the another factor to the given expression. So these two are the two methods to identify the remainder of the given expression. Now see the statement of the remainders theorem. First I will read the statement. Okay, let P of x be a polynomial, of degree greater than or equal to 1 and A be any real number if P of x is divided by x minus A, then the remainder is equal to P of A. For example, if P of A or F of A, P of A or F of A is a polynomial, having the degree of the polynomial more than 1 or equal to 1. More than 1 means, in the previous classes in quadratic equation we already discussed the 4 types of the equation: linear equations, quadratic equation, cubic equations and biquadratic equation. As the exponential power of the variable increases, we are classifying the equations as a linear equation, quadratic equation, cubic equation, biquadratic equation. So the degree of the polynomial, whether it may be equal to 1 or more than 1, then the value of the whole polynomial depends on the value of the variable. Okay, so let P of x be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1 and A be any real number, whether it may be positive number or negative number. Or real number means, you already know in the previous classes, real number is the combination of the rational numbers and irrational numbers. Okay, so the value of P of A depends on the value of the A. Here A is any real number. Okay, so this is the statement of the remainders theorem. Okay, now see the next question. Determine the remainder when the polynomial P of x is equal to, in this chapter just we are substituting the x value in the given expression. By substituting x value or by substituting the variable value in the given expression, we will calculate the required zeros or required values of the expressions. Okay, see the first question. Determine the remainder when the polynomial P of x is equal to x raised to 4 minus 3x square plus 2x plus 1 is divided by x minus 2. So we already discussed this type question. We need to find the remainder of the given expression. We already discussed two methods. Either we can find the remainder of the given expression by dividing or by substituting x value in the given expression. We have already x minus 2 as one factor. So x minus 2 is equal to 0 means then x is equal to, take this minus 2 to RHS side, it becomes plus 2. Now substitute the x value in the given expression. So P of 2 is equal to 2 raised to 4 minus 3 into 2 square plus 2 into 2 plus 1. So 2 square is, so 2 raised to 4 is 16, right, minus 2 square is 4, 4 3s are 12 plus 2 2s are 4 plus 1. So first add the all positive integers. 16 plus 4 is 20, 20 plus 1 is 21, 21 minus 12. So 21 minus 12 is equal to 9. Okay, so this is the required answer. Okay, see the next question. Find the remainder when p of x is equal to, find the remainder when p of x is equal to, when p of x is equal to x cube minus a x square plus 6x plus minus a is divided by x minus a, is divided by x minus a. Find the remainder when p of x is equal to x cube minus a x square plus 6a minus a when divided by x minus a. So x minus a, which is considered as equal to 0. What the another equation or another expression is given? No, with the help of this one only we will get the remainder of the expression. So this equation or this value we are considering first as x minus a is equal to 0. Consider that the equation is equal to 0, then convert the equation in terms of x. So x minus a is equal to 0 means then x is equal to a. Now substitute the x value in the given expression, then you will get the result of the expression or remainder of the expression. Okay, so x minus a is equal to 0, then x is equal to a. So x is equal to a means p of a. So p of a means now I am substituting a in the place of x. So x value is here a, so a cube minus a into a square plus 6 into a minus a. A cube, a into a square, a cube plus 6a minus a. A cube plus a cube minus a cube get cancelled, remaining 6a minus a, 5a. So this is the required remainder of the expression. Okay, see the next question. Find the remainder p of x is equal to, p of x is equal to x cube plus 2x plus 1 if x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2. The value of the variable is already given. Just by substituting the value of the variable in the polynomial, you will get the remainder of the expression. So p of 2 is equal to 2 cube plus 2 into 2 plus 1. 2 cube is 8, 2 into 2 is 4 plus 1. So 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 plus 1 is 13. So 13 is the final value of the given expression. Next one, see the next question. Find the remainder when p of x is equal to, find the remainder when p of x is equal to x cube. Find the remainder when p of x is equal to x cube plus 2x plus 5 is divided by g of x equal to x minus 2. So the function, the polynomial p of x here divisible by g of x, same, they are indicating the another equation as g of x. Okay, so don't get confused here. One expression is given, you need to divide the expression with the help of x minus 2. That x minus 2 they are considering it as a g of x. Okay, symbolically in the remainders theorem, this is p of x and this one is g of x, q of x and r of x. Like this we are indicating. In the remainders theorem, dividend is a p of x, divisor is a g of x, quotient is a q of x and r of x is nothing but a remainder of the expressions. Okay, so just we are denoting the another equation with the help of the function g of x. Okay, now g of x is equal to 0, g of x which is equal to 0. G of x means what? X minus 2 which is equal to 0. If x minus 2 is equal to 0 means then x is equal to 2. Just substitute the x value in the given expression, you will get the remainder. P of 2 is equal to 2 cube plus 2 square plus 5. 2 cube is 8, 2 square is 4 plus 5. 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 plus 5 is 17. So 17 is the required remainder of the given polynomial. Okay. See the next question. Polynomial p of x which is equal to x cube plus 4x square plus 2x plus 5 is divided by the g of x which is equal to x minus 2. Now x minus 2 is already given, so x minus 2 is equal to 0, then x is equal to 2. So p of 2 is equal to 2 cube plus 4 into 2 square plus 2 into 2 plus 5. 2 cube is 8, 2 square is 4, 4 4s are 16. Again 2 square is 4, 4 plus 5. 2 cube is 8, 2 square is 4, 4 4s are 16, 2 2s are 4 and remaining 5 as it is. Okay. Now 16 plus 4 is 20, 20 plus 8 is 28, 28 plus 5 is 33. So 33 is the required remainder of the given expression. Okay. Now come to the next concept, that is factor of the polynomial. Factor of the polynomial. Factor of the polynomial. So factor of the polynomial means what? We are discussing some examples. When I am substituting x value or variable value in the given expression, if the final resultant of the given expression becomes 0, then that x value is called as a factor of the polynomial. It means the final value of any expression ends with 0, then the substituting value or the substituting function is called as a factor of the polynomial. Okay. Let's take some examples. P of x is equal to x cube minus 3x square plus 4x minus 12 is divisible by x minus 3. So here one function or polynomial is given. The expression of the polynomial is x cube minus 3x square plus 4x minus 12 is divided by x minus 3. Okay, so x minus 3 is equal to 0. Then x is equal to plus 3. Just substitute the x value in the given expression. P of 3 which is equal to 3 cube minus 3 into 3 square plus 4 into 3 minus 12. Just we are substituting the 3 in the given equation. 3 cube is 27, 3 square is 9, 9 3s are 27 plus 4 3s are 12 minus 12. Now plus 27 minus 27 get cancelled and plus 12 and minus 12 get cancelled, remaining 0. So the remainder is 0 here. Remainder is equal to 0. If I am getting the remainder of any expression as a 0, then the substituting value is called as a factor of the polynomial. So hence here x minus 3 is a factor or multiple of multiple of expression, multiple of the expression, or we simply say it as x minus 3 is a factor or multiple of p of x, p of x. Okay, see the next one, next question. Check whether the given values are the factors of the polynomials or not. Or here some examples are given, just you need to identify whether the expressions is satisfying as the factors or not. Some values also given. With the help of these values you need to identify whether they are the factors of the given expression or not. Using Reminder's theorem to find which of the following is a factor of, the given polynomial or given expression p of x, which is equal to 2x cube plus 3x square minus 5x minus 6. The two values are given, x plus 1 and second one is x plus 2. So just substitute these two values in the given expression. If you are getting the resultant value as a 0, then these two are factors of the given expression. Take it first one, p of x is equal to 2x cube plus 3x square minus 5x minus 6. So what is that given expression? X plus 1, which is equal to 0. X plus 1 is equal to 0 means then x is equal to minus 1. So p of minus 1 is equal to 2 into minus 1 cube plus 3 into minus 1 square minus 5 into minus 1 minus 6. Minus 1 cube is minus 1, minus 1 into 2 is minus 2. Minus 1 square is plus 1, 1 3s are 3. Minus into minus plus, 5 1s are 5, minus 6. Okay. Now, first add the positive values, plus 3 plus 5 plus 8. Now, add the negative values, minus 2 minus 6 minus 8. So, plus 8 minus 8 get cancelled, remaining 0. If I am getting the expression value as a 0, then x plus 1 is a, hence x plus 1 is a factor of p of x. If I am getting the remainder, of the expression as 0, then the given equation or the given value is considered as a factor of the given expression, that is p of x. Okay. See the next second question for same expression. P of x is equal to 2x cube plus 3x square minus 5x minus 6 for x plus 2, which is equal to 0. If x plus 2 is equal to 0 means then x is equal to minus 2. Substitute the value of x as a minus 2 in the expression. So p of minus 2 is equal to 2 into minus 2 whole cube plus 3 into minus 2 whole square minus 5 into minus 2 minus 6. Minus 2 whole cube is minus 8. Minus 8 into 2 is minus 16 plus minus 2 square is plus 4. Minus 2 into minus 2 plus 4. 4 3s are 12 minus into minus is plus 5 2s are 10 minus 6. First add the positive values. 10 plus 12 is 22. Now add the negative values. Minus 16 minus 6 minus 22. So plus 22 minus 22 get cancelled, remaining 0. It means I have the remainder of the expression is 0. If the remainder of the expression is 0 means it indicates that x plus 2 is a factor of the p of x given expression, x plus 2 is a factor of the given expression. Okay, see the next question. If 2x plus 1 is a factor of 2x plus 1 is a factor of 2x square plus ax minus 3, then find the value of a. Find the value of a. So given equation is p of x is equal to 2x square plus ax minus 3. If 2x plus 1 is a factor of 2x plus 1 is it is already a factor of the given expression. So 2x plus 1 is already a factor of the given expression, that is 2x square plus ax minus 3. So with the help of this factor we need to identify the value of a. Okay, so 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, then 2x is equal to minus 1, then x is equal to minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2. Just substitute this x value in the given expression. P of minus 1 by 2, which is equal to 2 into minus 1 by 2 whole square plus a into minus 1 by 2 minus 3. Write this 2 as it is. Minus 1 square is plus 1, 2 square is 4, plus into minus is minus 1 by 2 a minus 3. Now 2 ones are 2 twos are. So 1 by 2 minus 1 into a is a by 2 minus 3. Now take the LCM. It is already 0 because 2x plus 1 is a factor of the given expression, means if it is a factor of the given expression means the whole value of the expression becomes 0, right? The whole value of the expression becomes equal to 0. Okay, so take the LCM. 2 is already there in the place of denominator, so 1 minus a, what you have to multiply, the denominator of the given value is 1, so 1 is the denominator, means we need to multiply 2 here because LCM is 2, so 3 2s are 6. No, just cross multiply these two. 0 into 2 is 0, then remaining is minus a minus 6 plus 1 minus 5, which is equal to 0. Now take this minus 5 to RHS side, it becomes plus a. Minus a, you take it to RHS side, minus a becomes plus a, which is equal to minus 5. Okay, so required a value is 5, or minus a minus 5 is equal to 0. Take this minus 5 to RHS side, minus a is equal to plus 5. What we need the value? A value. So then a is equal to minus 5. We'll get the same answer. Okay, see the next question. Find the value of a if the division of ax cube plus 9x square plus 4x minus 10 by x plus 3 leaving a remainder 5. So f of x is equal to, an expression is given here, f of x is equal to ax cube plus 9x square plus 4x minus 10 by x plus 3. Leave a remainder 5. Okay, so x plus 3 is one of the when I am dividing x plus 3 to the whole equation or whole expression, I will get it as a remainder 5. Okay, so x plus 3 which is equal to 0. If x plus 3 is equal to 0 means find the x value. X is equal to minus 3. Now substitute the x value in the given expression. F of minus 3 which is equal to a, write as it is, because we need to find the value of a into minus 3 whole cube plus 9 into minus 3 whole square plus 4 into minus 3 minus 10, right? Now the remainder of the equation is already given. What is that remainder? The remainder is equal to 5. By substituting x plus 3 in the given expression, we get 5 as a remainder. Okay, now simplify this one. Minus 3 cube is minus 27 into a is minus 27a plus minus 3 square is plus 9, minus 3 into minus 3 plus 9 9s are 81, plus into minus 4 3s are 12, minus 10 which is equal to 5. Now 81 minus, take this 5 to LHS side first, minus 27a plus 81 minus 12 minus 10 minus 5 which is equal to 0. Now minus 27a, write as it is, plus minus 12 minus 10 minus 22 minus 22 minus 5 minus 27 minus 27. So 81 minus 27, again minus 27a, which now 81 minus 27 is plus 54 which is equal to 0. Okay, now minus 27a which is equal to minus 54. I am taking this plus 54 to RHS side, it becomes minus 54. Now a is equal to minus 54 divided by minus 27, then a is equal to minus and minus get cancelled, 27 ones are 27 twos are, so a is equal to 2. A is equal to 2. This is the required value. Okay, next one, see the next question. If the living remainder is given means the whole expression that is equal to the remainder. Okay, see the next question. Find the value of the constant, a and b when x minus 2 and x plus 3 both are the factors of the expression, p of x is equal to x cube plus ax square plus bx minus 12. And the two factors is already given. The two factors are x minus 2 is one factor and another factor is x plus 3. So these two are the two factors of the given expression, x cube plus ax square plus bx minus 12. With the help of these two factors, you need to find the value of a and b in the given expression. Okay. So consider the first factor, x minus 2 which is equal to 0. X minus which is equal to 0. If x minus 2 is equal to 0 means then x is equal to 2. Substitute that 2 in the given expression. P of 2 which is equal to 2q plus a into 2 square plus b into 2 minus 12. 2 cube is 8 plus 2 square is 4, 4 into a plus 2b minus 12. So if it is a factor of the given expression means we are considering that is whole expression is equal to 0, because when I am substituting x minus 2 in the expression, I will get the resultant as a 0. Okay. Now 4a plus 2b minus 12 plus 8 minus 4, which is equal to 0. Just reduce the whole equation by dividing 2, because 4, 2 and 4 are the multiples of 2. Okay. So just divide the whole equation by 2. You will get the reduced form of the equation as 2a plus b minus 2, which is equal to 0, and this one is considered as a equation 1. Similarly, x plus 3 is equal to 0. X plus 3 is this is the first factor and this is the second factor. X plus 3 is equal to 0. X plus 3 is equal to 0. Then x is equal to minus 3. So p of minus 3, which is equal to, just substitute x value, that is minus 3 in the given expression, minus 3 whole cube plus a into minus 3 whole square plus b into minus 3 minus 12. Minus 3 whole cube is minus 27 plus into minus 3 whole square is 9. So plus 9a plus b into minus 3 minus 3b minus 12. Here 9a minus 3b minus 27 minus 12 minus 39, which is equal to 0, because x plus 3 is also one of the factor of the given expression. Okay. So 9, 3 and 29 are the multiples of 3. Just divide the whole expression by 3. You will get the reduced form of the equation as 3a minus b minus 13, which is equal to 0. Consider this expression as 2. Now either you can add these two equation 1 and 2, or subtract equation 1 and 2, but you need to simplify equation 1 and 2, then only you will get the value of a and b. Okay. Now add equation 1 and 2. Add equation 1 and 2. What is that equation 1? 2a plus b minus 2, which is equal to 0. Second equation is 3a minus b minus 13, which is equal to 0. So add these two equations. 2a plus 3a is 5a, plus a and minus a get cancelled, minus 2 minus 13 minus 15, which is equal to 0. Now 5a minus 15 is equal to 0, then 5a is equal to 15, a is equal to 15 by 5, a is equal to 3, 5 ones are 5, 3 is are. Once I will get the a value, substitute the a value either in equation 1 or in equation 2, you will get the same answer b. Okay. So put a is equal to 3 in equation 2. Either you can substitute the a value in equation 1 or 2, you will get the same answer. Okay. So I am substituting the a value in equation 2. What is that equation 2? 3a minus b minus 13, which is equal to 0, and a value is 3. So 3 into 3 minus b minus 13, which is equal to 0. 3 3s are 9, minus b minus 13, which is equal to 0. Plus 9 minus 13 minus 4 minus b, which is equal to 0. Just take this minus b to the RHS side, it becomes plus b. So b is equal to minus 4. B is equal to minus 4. Here we are getting the a and b values. With the help of these two values, with the help of a and b, we can form a given expression as x cube plus ax square. What is the value of a? 3. So 3x square plus b value is minus 4, so minus 4x minus 12. This is the required expression of the given expression. Okay, now see the next question. By substituting these values, we can verify whether a and b are correct or not. Just take one example here. X minus 2 is a factor, right? So x minus 2 is a factor means the whole expression becomes equal to 0. So x minus 2 is equal to 0 means then x is equal to 2. Substitute 2 in the given equation. What you will get? Just see this one. 2 cube is 8 plus 2 square is 4. 2 square is 4. 4 3 is 12 minus 4 into 2. 4 2 is 8 minus 12. So plus 12 and minus 12 get cancelled. Plus 8 and minus 8 get cancelled. Remaining 0. So what we are calculating, a and b values are correct. Okay. So this is the method of the verification. Okay. See the next question. Find the value of k. Find the value of k if find the value of k when p of x is equal to x cube plus 2x square minus kx plus 4 is divided by x minus 2. Okay, so x minus 2 is equal to 0. If x minus 2 is equal to 0 means then x is equal to plus 2, right? So substitute the x value in the given expression. P of 2 is equal to 2 cube plus 2 into 2 square minus k into 2 plus 4. 2 cube is 8 plus 2 square is 4. 4 2 is 8 minus 2k plus 4. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. 20 minus 2k, right? So which is equal to 0. Now 2k minus 20. 20 minus 2k which is equal to 0. Just take this minus 2k to RHS side. So 20 which is equal to 2k. Now k is equal to 20 divided by 2, that is equal to 2 ones are 2 tens are, then k is equal to 10. This is the required value of the expression. K is equal to 10. Okay. Next one. See the next question. What number should be added to 3x cube minus 5x square plus 6x so that when resulting polynomial is divided by x minus 3, the remainder is 0. Listen the question. What number should be added to 3x cube minus 5x square plus 6x so that when resulting polynomial is divided by x minus 3, remainder is 8. Okay. So given polynomial is p of x is equal to 3x square minus 5x square 3x cube minus 5x square plus 6x plus k, where k is the required number what we are adding, no? So that that required number is considered as a k. Okay, so we need to find here the k value. It means it indicates that much of value we need to add the given expression. Okay, the whole equation is divided by x minus 3. The whole equation is divided by x minus 3 means x minus 3 is equal to 0. Then x minus 3 is equal to 0 means x is equal to plus 3. Substitute the x value in the expression. P of 3 is equal to 3 into 3 cube minus 5 into 3 square plus 6 into 3 plus k. And it leaves the remainder. It leaves the remainder 8. So by simplifying or by substituting x value as 3 in the equation, it leaves the remainder 8, right? So the remainder is considered as a 8. The remainder is always equal to the whole expression. Okay, now 3 cube is 27. 27 3s are 81. 3 cube is 27. 27 3s are 81. 3 square is 9. 9 5s are 45 plus 6 3s are 18 plus k, which is equal to 8. Now first add the positive values. So what are the positive values here? 18 and 81 and 18. 81 and 18 is 99 minus 45 plus k, which is equal to 8. Now 99 minus 45 is 40. 99 minus 45 is 44, right? 9 minus 5 is 4. Again 5 minus 9 minus 4 is 5. Okay, plus k, which is equal to 0. Next one, take this k to RHS side. So 54 minus 8, which is equal to minus k. Now 54 minus 8 is 46, which is equal to minus k. 46, which is equal to minus k. But what we need here? K value. So minus k is equal to 46, but k is equal to minus 46. So we need to add minus 46 to the whole expression, then only x minus 3 as a factor of the given expression, and it leaves the remainder as 8. Okay, see the next one question. It is similar. What should be subtracted from x cube plus 3x square minus 8x plus 14 so that and dividing it with x minus 2, remainder is 10. So f of x is equal to, first write the given expression, x cube plus 3x square minus 8x plus 14. It is divisible by x minus 2 and leaving the remainder as 10. Okay, now what number should be subtracted from x cube plus 3x square minus 8x plus 14 so that on dividing it with x minus 2, remainder is 10. So x cube plus 3x square minus 8x plus 14 minus k, which is equal to, what is that given remainder? 10. Here we need to find the k value. When we are subtracting this value in the whole expression, then x minus 2 is a factor of the expression and it leaves the remainder as 10. Okay, so find the k value. X minus 2 is equal to 0, then x is equal to plus 2. Substitute the x value in the given expression. F of 2 is equal to 2 cube plus 3 into 2 square minus 8 into 2 plus 14 minus k, which is equal to 10. Now 2 cube is 8 plus 2 square is 4, 4 3 is 12 minus 8 2 is 16 plus 14 minus k. Take this minus k to RHS side and 10 take it to LHS side. It becomes minus 10 and minus k becomes plus k. Now 8 plus 12 is 20. 20 plus 14 is 34 minus. Now add the negative values. Minus 16 minus 10 minus 26, which is equal to k. K is equal to 34 minus 26. 34 minus 26. K is equal to 8. So this is the required number. When we are subtracting 8 from the whole expression, then x minus 2 is a factor of the whole expression and it leaves the remainder as 10. Okay. So these are the some questions from based on the reminders and factors theorem. In the next class, we will discuss some more examples on the same concept. Until then, be happy. Have a nice day. Thank you for watching.